Hello everybody, this is Johnny S with another R6 vlog. Today is Sunday. We're gonna do something a little bit different. The weather is kind of okay, not too sunny, not too gloomy, kind of normal, let's say. And I thought of going for a ride, having a little bit of a discussion. I thought maybe to go and find a quiet place that I can test a little bit the recording. So this is, you know, this is a vlog. Simultaneously, it's also a test, just so I can see, you know, what I can do with the GoPro camera. And that idea came to me because I noticed that on many things there were a lot of topics that I was talking about on my daily route to work. We're running out of time. We were sitting down. There's the basketball courts close to my house. They're awesome courts. And usually, you know, I run out of time and I sit down. It's the thing that I said last time, that I'm trying to figure out how to record myself when I become stationary. Because that camera there, the microphone is really bad. Simultaneously, the camera that I've got on my helmet, the GoPro, I've never really tested the sound, what it sounds like, by setting up the camera somewhere and recording myself, you know what I mean? I had done like a small sort of video, let's say, which was like a game review video, but I could not really tell. I didn't understand, you know what I mean? So I had an idea of, you know, just to test the camera and see what's the sound like, and also additionally the media mode that I got for the GoPro. There's a lot of people that say that the sound on that, the external microphone, the front microphone, is much better, and it's got really, you know, good sound quality and everything. So yeah, I thought I'll test it and see. We'll see if we can find a place that's going to be more relaxing and quiet, and just enjoy a ride. Today I know that this is not a it's not advisable safety wise, but you will see me, I got no jacket, no gloves, nothing. It's way too hot. It's way too hot. I really need to get a summer jacket. I can't take it with the you know, with my other jacket. I could have worn my summer gloves on my hands, but I thought, you know, so it's what I'm doing now is not advised, you know, but I wanted to be a little bit more relaxed. I wanted to be more chilled out, and today is not going to be like a full-on riding day like other times. Besides a few of those. Yeah, today I was in the mood to have more of a discussion, more chilled out sort of a thing. So I'm not going to take the road to any big major roads. You know, we're not going to remove the number plate, we're not going to do anything like that. It's just going to be chilled out, discussing about things, and hopefully I find a place that I can be a little bit by myself, you know what I mean, so we can discuss things. Usually when I go and I find like remote places, there's always somebody around, you know, and I don't have a problem with that, but you know, on those circumstances where there's people around, usually there's you know, you're not focused, you're not you know, you're trying to record things, you're trying to do things, and then you have other people with you, or you have people staring at you. This place might be good here. There's a church close to my place, this one here, and sometimes it's kind of relaxed, there's not many people. Yeah, actually it's good. Alright, I don't know if they're going to have a problem with me going inside the church, but you know, we'll try it. If somebody comes and says, what are you doing? We'll go back. We'll go back out. So yeah, let's park it here. Hopefully we don't bother anyone. If they come and they say something, we'll go away. Yeah, let me turn the bike around because it's a little bit downhill. So let's turn it around. And because it is you know, close to, let's say, the quiet area, it's a period, it's a specific time in Greece here where you know, people actually sleep and they like to be more quiet. So yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful place. This is the church. We'll see if somebody comes and complains. I did want to show a couple of things because you know, as we were discussing this with the bike, I never got the chance to show some of the things, so now it's a good chance. Unfortunately, I do apologize, my bike is not clean. One of the things is the paint. So this is the thing that I painted here, and like I said, there's a lot of flaws, for example here, and I have not polished it. I will polish it and clean it. This is like dirt thing, you can see it goes from here to there as well, but at least it's very, very shiny. Another thing that I did on my bike, I'll try to keep this kind of higher so you can see, is I replaced these ones. These ones were silver. I swapped these ones out for red. I added the red Yamaha here on both sides. This is also on both sides. I could not find little ones for the back. I would have liked to replace this one also with red, but I could not find any, so I only did these ones. I left the back ones as silver. Another nice touch is I put the Transformer logo there. This was an idea that I always had in the back of my mind. I wanted to make the bike look like a Transformer because it's like high tech, and yeah, I loved it. But I didn't want to put it on a place where it's like very visible. I wanted to be discreet. The concept behind this is like, you know, Transformers is like hidden amongst us and stuff like that. So I thought put it there, and because it's on the side of the chain, usually that side gets really dirty. You get a lot of grease and stuff, so hopefully at some point it's going to be dirty with dirt over it and you're not going to really see it, you know what I mean? So that's the logic behind that. I also added a little bit of a smaller size red Yamaha symbol here, so that's another thing. Let's close the camera, don't need to save battery. So that really looks good. Let me just zoom out a bit, go around. This is the Yamaha on the other side, and the other thing that I tried was to add those big red stickers below the bike. So there's two Yamaha ones, huge ones, one on this side and one on the other side. So let me go down like that. And I didn't want to put them on a visible place, that's why I put them very, very low. I wanted just to be able to show, you know what I mean? And that's about it. So if you go really far away, and let's go from the other side, because this is the side that usually when you lean the bike over, it shows more. So if you go from this side and you look at it from far away, you know what I mean, it doesn't show too much. And the whole concept is because I've got Yamaha at the top, Yamaha the red thing, and the red thing at the front. It's like the top half of the bike is got red things, you know what I mean? Then you got red, which is from the factory on the wheels, and there's nothing else on the middle component. So the middle component, the body, was just like a black thing. So it was like red, and nothing on the middle. So I thought maybe with that extra big simple touch there, it might look good. So I think it looks, you know, okay. The only other thing that I'm going to add, I've already ordered the sticker. The sticker is, long time ago I had the One Design logo here. I had the One Design across like this. I had two of them. I put one here, one here. I took one of them out, and then I took this one out. What I realized doing that experiment is that when one of them was here, it looked fucking awesome. I loved it. It kind of broke the front of the bike. It added a little bit of character, you know what I mean? Just on the one side. I didn't like it when it was both. It was just plain white text, and it was something that I did because the stickers came free, you know, when I did this modification. So these are the two bubble things that I'm using on my bike. These are the two pieces that I've cut out, one here, one little one here. and this is one piece. So when I bought these ones, it came with the 2 stickers. I put it at the front, and I just did it like a silly thing. My mind was stick a mom and then just take it off, just for fun. But then I realized that having one here, specifically on this side, as the bike leans over, was looking fucking awesome, you know what I mean? So I thought, okay, since you're going to do that, order a sticker. And I ordered a sticker by the name of Dreadnought. Now Dreadnought is something that I use in my gaming channels, so you will see Dreadnought 1980, which is the date of birth of mine. And also Dreadnought is a powerful name. It means somebody that spreads the fear. It originates from a British battalion ship, which name was Dreadnought, and also that might tie also in with the Transformer. Now the guy that I explained to him the concept, he told me make the Dreadnought text be the same color, so like silverish grays as the back one. But I told him that, you know what, when I had the white ones there, it really stood out and I liked it. So then he goes to me, okay, we'll try it on red. I'll print you both colors. Try it on red and then see if it doesn't. The gray does seem to, because these letters also have gray, so it might also suit it. I don't know, it's just that I never tried, and I thought at the beginning, I told him, you know, just give it to me on white, because I really like the contrast that it did at the front, and there's no other sticker, you know, white sticker on the back, and then we'll see how we go with it. So yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about the bike. I'm going to also take the camera out and show you some things. Another thought that I wanted to discuss was the comparison between the 2006-2007 R6 and the 2008 models afterwards. I might put some pictures up on the video. So give me 1 second, let me just change my setup and we'll be right back. Let me just give you a little bit of a side shot here of the bike. So this red on the wheel is not a sticker, it actually comes from the factory as such. One of the things that I have removed on the bike was a sticker here on the side. So on this side here there was a huge sticker here which had a tribal symbol, and it said R6. The R6 was similar to what it was up here, you know what I mean? But I did not like it, so I took that off. Now we've got the Yamaha, and we've got that little symbol there as well. And you know, the bike is quite dirty and there's still some scratches. You see that plastic? All these scratches are from the fall, and these are deep scratches. So at some point all this plastic will need to, you know, be grinded down. Here is another where it shows all the scratches. So scratches, the mirror at the top here, this one here, this one. Luckily this folded up and didn't break, but anyway, so there are a lot of imperfections. This is another thing that I had to stack. This thing broke. I don't know if it can be seen. It broke out. So there are imperfections on the bike, and I'm no perfectionist by any means. These are the flashes also. There's a custom flashes that I've done, and I've taken the bike plate out. So comparing it with the old sort of bike, let's say, one of the things that I prefer on the old bike is the front. The new Yamaha, the R8, they have a weird, strange, more of a sharper design here, and it does look more like space the way that it's here, but the way that the fairing folds over and the way that this opening is, it kind of loses the aggressiveness. I might put pictures up to show, but you can see that this is much more I don't know, Terminator-like, fucking Transformers-like, I can't fucking explain it. So that's one of the things that I prefer, the looks on this bike. And there's only two more. The other one is the back. So this back fairing, if you can see from the side, this is what it looks like from the top. So you got this piece of plastic which joins, and then there's a step. So if you can see from the side, it goes kind of smooth. It's one, but from the top side here, it goes like this, and there's a height, there's a clear indication of a height. So this line here goes below this one. It's like a two-step thing, which gives it a good overall design on everything. And this doesn't even look good because I've actually put a custom seat here with extra foam when I was going for rides with my wife, so that she's comfortable. Usually this seat is much lower, it's like this. And if you can think about it like that, it looks even more slick. And you can actually add the, you know, the things, what do you call it, the hard seat at the top. It takes away this, and it's like all plastic, which goes with that. The new Yamaha R6, I do not like it because this line was kind of on top of this line.
So it was like from the side, it looked like more of one line, and it didn't do that step. From the top also it was different, because when you were looking at from the top, this design here had like a cut into it. I did not like that. I don't know. This is, again, it can be just like personal opinion. And the other thing that I really disliked about the new one, and I'll save it for last because it's my worst, is there's this fairing here. This fairing here, the way that it goes sharp like this. I'll try to make it like that, you know what I mean? As you can see. The aerodynamic, the way that it goes sharp, the way that from the front or from the top it kind of sticks out like a shark, you know what I mean? Like this. This is totally different. On the new one, there's like a curb thing, and I don't like it. And that also ties in with this. This air vent here on my R6 is very clear, is distinct. You can see the air vent. It's got sharp lines, it's huge. You can see inside the air vent, I don't know if it can be seen. It's got a whole different design to it. The new one has got like, this is like more of one thing, and there's like a little hole here at the front, which I do not like. I mean, this adds more character to the bike, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I thought this is much better looking in comparison to the newer version of this. And even the latest one that has come out, yeah, obviously that's, you know, it looks a little bit better. It's got better components and everything. The only thing that I will say, if you tell me, you know, John, what don't you like about your bike looks wise, I will say that I don't like the front lights. So the front lights, not the shape of it, but the fact that one light only opens. So this is the normal sort of, let's say, beam, and that's the high beam. You know what I mean? On that one, I don't like it. I don't like it because on the new bikes, you get both lights to be open. It looks much more aggressive from the front, and you know, it's much better looking. There are some mods you can do to it, but you have to customize the electronics and everything, where you can tie in the small sort of the cables for this light and this light to open with one switch, let's say. Well, but that's like similarly to just keeping both of the high and low beams open at the same time, which is going to blind other people at the front, and in general, you know, I don't like it. So this is also a test on the sound. I hope it sounds good. The battery is draining much quicker in comparison to the other things that I used to usually record myself. I don't know if we can how the sound is, but a lot of people have commented that this is much better. We'll try to see how long this can, you know, we can keep this up. And 6 minutes. Anyway, I don't think it's 6 minutes, I think we'll go more than that. The reason also additionally, as I realize now, is that when you're recording yourself as such, then it really helps to have the front screen. And the front screen drains additional battery. So you're enabling a couple of things, you know, on your camera, and that actually will drain your battery more and more. I did see somebody pass, and I don't know if, usually little kids come here and they play around. You know, I don't want to disturb anyone with the thing, and I want it to be peace and quiet. So if kids start coming, we'll look for another place. I don't know if there's anyone behind me. No? Okay. Okay, I'll stop the video for a little bit, and I'll try to set it up a little bit so I can be sitting down and have free my hands. And I'll actually try it on a relatively medium distance and see what that looks like. So we'll continue shortly. So hopefully you can see me and you can hear me. I might actually put it a little bit more down, as such. Like I said, I'm still testing this. So hopefully you can hear me and you can see me and everything. Let's chill out a little bit here. And we'll have a good background on the bike. It's just so we have the smoke. The sun is a little bit in my eyes. I didn't calculate the thing exactly. Hopefully you can hear the sound. So yeah, these are the things that I've done in my bike. You know, I'm not really thinking of doing many more things. I've mentioned previously that I was thinking about a stabilizer, but I had a look again just to see if I could find one a little bit cheaper, but I couldn't find anyone. Cheapest one that I found was for €520, which I mean it's way too expensive. I'm not gonna get that. I also talked with a friend about the clip-ons, and I asked him, you know, if he had any idea if there was like close to factory clip-ons that will, you know, that just are slightly higher with less of an angle. I didn't mind, you know, where they actually attach. They could be like in the factory, but just a little bit more straight to give an extra thing on the hand. But you know, he told me that what I'm looking for doesn't exist, or at least he's never seen it. So okay, we'll have to do with that. Other than that, I think it's, you know, there's not many more things to do on the bike. And even these things that I'm doing now, I mean, it's like they say, boys and toys, you know, I mean, I don't have to do them. It's just one of these silly things that, you know, you got time in your hand, you don't know what to do, and what do? You play around with your bike. So, like even these stickers here, or this one here that I changed to red, you don't have to change the red, you know, I mean, silver was looking fucking awesome anyway, you know, I mean, it's just little spastic things that I did. Initially I did it because I wanted to get the original stickers of the bike, so I did find this one here on silver, and the back one, the little one, on silver as well, the original from Yamaha. And I wanted to do this just in case they get destroyed, so I don't have to, on the last minute, look around for shops and who has this and everything. I found a good shop in Greece, which has got crazy connections with overseas. He brings import things straight from Japan, and on good, relatively competitive prices. So I got that opportunity, and I ordered a couple of stickers, which are the factory stickers, factory color, everything factory, just in case they get destroyed, that I have them, and I put them on the shelf securely, you know. But as I was doing that, I thought to myself, okay, now you got the stickers, the original ones, why don't you get something else and change the color, and then if you don't like it, then you get the original ones, you know what I mean? So I got double set of the original ones and one set of the red things. The only thing that I didn't find is the thing at the back. You need to change it. There is a mother that she's playing with a child, and I think her little kid wants to do bicycle, but because I'm here, maybe she's not coming. And I don't want to be an annoying motherfucker, so we'll see if we might not keep this up for long. It will be hilarious also if nobody can hear me, since I'm doing this testing thing. The battery is very low. This is another thing that I bought off Scrooge. In Greece we have Scrooge, it's like eBay, similar thing. There was a packet with a battery, GoPro battery charger with 3 batteries inside. And it was on 48 something bucks. The charger was awesome, but a lot of the reviews and the ratings that I read about it, everybody was saying that these 3 batteries were China made, crappy quality, they will not last you not even a month, and they were saying things like that. And I've got one of those batteries in, so, you know, at least I'm prepared. I've got all 3 batteries with me, and I've got the GoPro original one. You know, so if they run out, they run out. Some people were saying don't use them at all. My perception is use them until they go off and then go back to the original. But the price is good. I mean, even 48 euro for the charger, for 3 batteries, simultaneous charger with a cap, is a good price, you know what I mean? So even if they did not work on the first day, I will not mind. That's why I got it. But it's been quite a bit now. It's been like probably 3 weeks that I had this, and the batteries work. I do see that they drain a lot, so now the battery, just for doing this trip, in the beginning was 100% charged. Now it's on 12%. 12%, I don't have the hyper boost on. The only thing that enables is the front and the back camera, and I've got the maximum. I've got 5 seconds to go to sleep, so I can see myself as we're speaking. And already it's 12%. You know, I mean, the GoPro battery would last me much more. It would not even be 60 now. So obviously the quality is a little bit different. Anyway, we might not keep this video very long because, you know, it's also testing thing. So I do want to go home and see if this works out. If it does work out, then, you know, I'll upload the content. In general, like you've noticed from my channel, I don't do a lot of editing. I just, whatever, raw footage, it is what it is. I just upload myself. So So yeah, we're talking about, I lost track of thought. We're talking about the mods of the bike. So these are the mods that I'm thinking, you know what I mean? There's not really any much more mods from the here on on. Like I said, there's always something to do in your bike, like you're playing around with stickers now. Like, for the love of God. I try not to make it like look like a Luna Park, you know what I mean? like Playland, like a neon crazy thing that people do. I try to put a couple of stickers here and there, you know what I mean? Try to make it a little bit, you know, better without looking like a fucking idiot. So I do like the minimalist thing, and in general the bike is like black, but you know, sometimes you're bored and you think, yeah, let me try this, let me try that. And there's obviously other things to do as far as, you know, making the bike better. As I showed, there's a lot of scratches still on the plastics. I'm not going to polish the plastics that are painted at the moment. I'm going to wait around a month. I want the paint to really dry and all the chemicals to go out. Then I'm going to put the cream and I'm going to polish it again, and that's going to help it. And obviously it's dirty now, it doesn't really show good. And at some point, you know, possibly I might need to repaint the rest of the plastics, which means I have to put the stickers out that I put on, rub it down, polish it, get new stickers and so forth. But you know, this is one of the things that you say you're playing with your toy. You know what I mean? You're just spending time with your bike, you're enjoying yourself, you're testing different things. It doesn't have to be like fully ergonomic. You know what I mean? Yeah, so today I thought I'd do something like this, go for a little bit of a small thing with the bike, chill out. It's a relatively nice weather, the sun is coming on and off, there are a little bit of clouds around, I don't know if it can be seen. Yeah, there are a little bit of clouds, especially from that side. And I wanted to showcase my bike a little bit, some of the things that I've done, and then also test the camera, see what it is like from this type of you know, angle, what does it look like. Another thing that I was thinking was to paint the exhaust full black. I'm not going to touch it because it's hot now. From here and here, all black. That's another thing that I did not show. I repainted this plastic, this metal, with special paint, which is heat resistant. And this was the first time that I painted the back. This looks matte, this looks glossy. So at some point this one needs to be repainted. Obviously this is based on experience, so the end is going to be repainted and it's going to be much more glossy and better looking. I've got special paint which is heat resistant up to 800 degrees, special paint for the exhaust. But I was thinking to paint that all black, you know what I mean? But because it is a big change, you're not going to be able to undo it. What I did is I took a picture of the bike, I photoshopped it, and I put everything to be on black. It didn't look good. It didn't look good because there's a lot of silver components here, and this is something between black and between this, and it kind of ties it all in together. When I put it on the Photoshop and this was all black, these ones really stood out. You know what I mean? So I think the Yamaha designers have really thought about that. That's why they made it the color that it is. But you know, I mean, and as I talked previously, I have found that a shop which sells an aftermarket exhaust with a decibel killer on there, so it is legal, and it's like a GP style. It's like the SC Project looking kind of a thing. It's like a megaphone. It's short. It goes up to here. So it comes from here and goes up to here. It's like a megaphone thing, just for the sound. You know, I mean, looks-wise, I like this better. Anyway, I think this is good enough. I might put. Yeah, I need to keep my eye out on the battery thing. So I think we'll head back home now. The super wide view makes it a little bit weird, kind of strange, dude. Anyway, I'll probably put a new battery because it's red and record the you know, like another 2 minutes, go back home, and I'll spend a little bit more time sort of editing. Let me just record the bike. We'll do another one spin. I could not be bothered to take it off, and that's another reason that's another case where I put the number plate off. Just want to take footage of the bike. So I'll stop it for now and I'll record the way back. And we're back. So I just put the camera back again on the helmet. Let me turn this one on. I haven't really shown this one, this Garmin from close. This is the Garmin one with the base.
It's an old one. It's called Garmin Vibro. It's a good camera, but you know, the audio is really crappy. The audio is at the back somewhere here, so when you're facing it towards you, it's really bad. Anyway, I think we got everything we need. We can head backwards. There's also another place that I might check out. We might go. Let's sync these two cameras. That's another thing that I do. A long time ago I used to make noise in order to sync the sound from this camera to this camera, but because sometimes I don't use the noise, and because that camera's got really crappy sound, I'm repeating, I could not hear it. I could hear from this, like I will clip, I'll do something like that, I'll hear from here, I will not hear from there. So from now on I do visual things. So in the beginning, in order to sync, that's another hint, you just look at each other like this, do this, and then you put the two videos together in order to get that the video together. So there is another place that my wife told me. She goes, if you want to take some footage, more relaxed footage, go to so and so place. I might try it. Actually, we might go now. Yeah, why not? Let me think of how to get there. I think the fastest way is to go from 1 second, let me think. Fastest way is go straight from there, across the lights on the right hand side. Yeah, I got it. We'll go from the supermarket. So that's the fastest way to go. We'll check it out. She told me that there's another place, like a small church, which is very quiet, and usually people don't go there. And you know, I don't have any problem with, you know, being with people around, but I don't want to bother people. And also sometimes when there's people around, you know what I mean, you forget things. So in the last place that I went, and I had a music clip that I made, which was with Babel, that song. I got a good inspiration from the place that I found, but there was a lot of people there, you know what I mean. They were coming, they were going, they were coming, and they were going. They were asking me things. This guy was another guy obsessed. He goes, an old guy, he goes, is that the R6? You know what I mean? So in those cases, I mean, what do you say to the guy? You don't you know, get the fuck out of here, I'm recording. You know? So yeah, I told him, and it was very interesting, by the way, that conversation, because it was an old 70-year-old guy, and he comes to me and he goes, is that the R6? And back then I didn't even have the Yamaha. I take the sticker out, so there was no clear indication of what the bike was, you know what I mean, but he knew. I go to him, yeah, that's the, he goes, that's the old one, the R6, right? I go to him, yeah, he must have been 70 years old, I kid you not. I go to him, yeah, that's the good old, oh man, they don't make them like that anymore. I go to him, yeah, you're right. And Yamaha has stopped making them. They've made that other silly R7, which has no power, no this, no that, no that. So yeah, I mean, that's why usually I'm trying to find places which are more like a remote, not a lot of people, so I can be focused. And because I had a conversation with that guy, there was another lady that came after that with her little one. She goes, do you mind if we play around here with the little one? I told her no, you know what I mean, obviously, no, you can do whatever, as long as I don't bother you, you know what I mean. She says, no, it's okay, okay. But, you know, because I had my mind, you know, on other things, when I left that place, I remember that I had forgot to take some shots. So I had specific things that I was thinking of taking as footage, and I had forgotten to take some of this footage. One of the footage things that I wanted to get was some close buys of the instrumentation. You know what I mean? I had not done that yet. Like really close, focus on the revs, focus that, and possibly turn the bike on, and as I'm recording, like rev it once or twice, and I mean show the revs go. Anyway, there was a couple of footage that I wanted to take, and as I was leaving that place, I thought to myself, oh fuck, I forgot to record that. Well, what the fuck did I record? You know what I mean? Just like 360 turnaround of the bike. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I did get enough footage on that day, and the whole point of that was to actually capture the background. You know what I mean? These close shots that I'm mentioning, you can take them anywhere. You can take them on your garage. So it's no biggie, let's say. Let's go from behind here. Usually people don't let you turn from here, and there's been many accidents because nobody can wait. But anyway, everybody's is trying to go, you know, here, and so we'll try to check the place that my wife told me. She said there's a quiet, like a church place somewhere here. So it must be a little bit more down, and we'll go through it and we'll go and do it. What the fuck is that? It's a box. Yeah, baby. I said I was going to be chilled out, but the demons within, they will not let me. No. It's hilarious. Yeah, it is obsessive. If you got the bike that you love, and I wish this for everybody. No matter what style you like, I wish everybody has at least the economical ability to get nice. Nice. See, there you go. A cross guy. What does it do? He's giving pain. There's a saying in Greece that will say, you give pain, then it's porno. Yeah, he's giving pain. So my wife told me right after the bridge, turn right. So she means here. I don't want to. She means here. Where's the turn right that she's saying? She means in there. God knows what she means. I don't see anything, and I don't want to go too much. Maybe up that way. That looks nice as well. What is that? No. I see a sign. Πολύχωρος Λόλου. What the fuck is that? Yeah, I don't want to go to places that I don't know, especially with a bike. There's a funny video in Greece where there's a guy, he goes and there's like 20 dogs. They start going on him and he starts screaming, Skilly! Skilly! You know what I mean? I don't want to end up like that. Skilly! Somewhere here. I don't see any churches. What is she talking about? She told me it's like a church slash monastery. Where the hell did she see this? Here. No, this is just like, what the fuck? Anyway, I don't know where she's talking about. She will have to take me there. And also my bike is not very good when it comes to dirt roads. That way? No, there's no church here. What the fuck? Here? No. Here? Ah. Maybe here. Ah, this is nice. What the hell? Beautiful. Yeah, so my wife was right. There's police here. Okay. So it's you can just sit and chill out here. Awesome, awesome. I'm gonna come back here again at some point of time. And I'm going to record myself. This is beautiful though. And you can possibly... Oh, there's a dog there. Yeah, but it is nice. A very beautiful thing here. It's relaxed. And we can set it up. So yeah, I mean, look at this place here. It's got all that opening on the left hand side. We got openings on this side. We could probably set up the bike over there, have a little thingy. So I mean, it's good. Not for today. I think we'll head back home. We'll do it some other time. We'll probably park the bike somewhere there, and we'll get some good footage from that side. So, is that a bird? Yeah, that's a bird. Anyway, okay. We can go. Yeah, but I mean, very, very beautiful, very peaceful. So my wife was right. Yeah, but she told me as soon as you go above the thing, as soon as you cross the bridge on your right hand side. This is not on the right hand side, you know what I mean? This is like above the bridge. You keep on going. Fuck it, I love women. I love women and instructions. They're fucking awesome. I love them. They're original, you know what I mean? What we would have done without having these awesome things. Anyway. God, I love the exhaust on the bike. It sounds like a fucking machine gun. I can hear something strange. Anyway, I'm paranoid with sounds that my bike is making. Yeah, that'll be an awesome place. Okay, I'll take the we'll take the bike there as well. And it might be also good to test the lighting. That's another thing that I was thinking. I've never recorded any footage at night time, both riding and just sitting somewhere, you know what I mean, like under a pole light, more chilled out, have a smoke, speak lower, you know what I mean. Just discuss some things, because I realized that, you know, when I do the R6 vlogs, you know, you start with the bike and then you stop. That I've done, even one of the videos that I did, it was like 15 minutes driving, 20 minutes talking at the end, which kind of defies the purpose of me showing you the trip to my work, you know what I mean? So I think, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I think I will try to keep the trips to my work a little bit more trips to my work, and time it so I stop speaking when I get there, And if there's something like more discussion for it, make a separate video where it's me like there, for example, you know what I mean, the bike on the background, me sitting down having a smoke talking about it. Therefore people will know better what it is, you know what I mean. They'll say, okay, he's just sitting down and he's talking. I'm in the mood, I'm not in the mood to hear this dickhead talk, you know what I mean, whatever. Or they will say, I want to read, have a look at the ride, I want to hear the bike, I don't want to hear him talk as much, you know what I mean. Like, anyway, I'm trying to separate these two things. I don't know how to best do it, but I'll do it. Another thing that I've not mentioned about some silly drivers in Greece, especially cars, and especially the people that don't know anything about bikes, is they get pissed when they see you do things with a bike. You know what I mean? For example, the fact that I actually came and I'm sitting here, there could be drivers behind me that are getting pissed. Why? Because they're sitting inside the cars and because they cannot go there. It's like, oh, what is he doing? That's illegal. He stopped on top of the cross path. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and let the bike. Mind your own business, you know what I mean? Stop criticizing everybody, to specifically in circumstances where you don't need to criticize the other person, you know what I mean? So try to mind your own business, try to do your own things the way that you want to do them, and from then on, forget about what the fuck the other guy is doing. Similar things that I've seen other, sometimes like I go between cars and everything, and I had cars come up to me and almost hit me, you know what I mean? Like slowly to cut me off, in the sense of, hey, why did you go to the front? You got no fucking bike, you know what I mean? Similar thing that has happened to me on the tolls. I was going to pay for the tolls, and because it was like two cars, three cars, and I went in front of the third. Now you're gonna tell me you cut in line? Yeah, okay. And I go like in front of the other guy, but I didn't cut in line. Like, let's say there was 1, 2, 3 cars he was paying. Between the 1 and the 2, I went sort of like that. I was sitting there, kind of like waiting to see if he's gonna let me, you know what I mean? And as soon as I go in, he starts going over and then he cut me off. I thought to myself, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, it's like trying to prove who's got a bigger dick. Anyway, it's like the other video, that's a small dick energy. Okay guys, we're at home. I will bid you goodbye. Thank you very, very, very much, and I hope this footage turns out awesome. Have a great day. Bye bye.